Yo, what's good? What's good? This is Mr. Funny Man 100. Ain't nothing funny, man, but I always keep it 100. We're gonna go on with this LeBron and Stephen A. They're going back and forth. Okay. LeBron has said some stuff about Stephen A. Smith. He wasn't, feeling that Stephen A. Smith said, about he claims about his son. I'm siding with Stephen A. Smith on this one. All right. LeBron, you put your son in the NBA. You put him in the league. He's there because of you. You said he is better than most players right now, and that was why he wasn't even drafted yet. So you put this spotlight on your son. This is what you wanted. Because you wanted to be the first father and son duel. Everything's about you. Okay, instead of having your son get better and play another year in college or stay, even just go to the G League and get better there, which he seems to play better in the G League than in the NBA. Do I think he's a bum? No, of course not. I don't think he's a bum. But he's not, just because he's LeBron's son, he's not going to have that same, he's not going to have the same career. And that's okay. But you cannot force that on him. Now, anyway, so Stephen A. Smith said when he said as a father, like Stephen A. Smith said, he wasn't talking about the father who sits at home and raises his kids. He's talking about the father as an NBA player, as a father. Do not do this. Don't put him on the spotlight because we got to talk about him, and it's exactly what's happening. And Stephen A. Smith ain't the only one that's criticizing LeBron James' son, Bronny James. All right, but you know why LeBron James is going after Stephen A. Smith? Because Stephen A. Smith, out of all the other people who are on these sports shows and on these media sites and are saying, Stephen A. Smith has the biggest fan base. All right, he has a lot of followers. So that's why LeBron chose to speak to him. All right, because he knows Stephen A. Smith, what he says holds weight. He's not just some regular guy with a podcast, who just decided to get on a sports show and start talking. No, he's been doing this for years. At least 20 plus years or whatever. That's why, all right? Stephen A. Smith didn't say nothing wrong. He didn't say nothing that anybody else is not thinking or saying. Or LeBron, are you going to jump at everybody you see now who feels this way? You put your son in the league, all right? That does not exempt him from getting criticized. You put the spotlight on him. So when you say he's better than most players right now, and then he comes in and he's averaging like 2 points at one point or 0 point, whatever he was, and had the lowest percentage shooting, that's what it is. That's sports. You're gonna get criticized. All right. You get glorified. You, LeBron James, get glorified for stepping on the court and sneezing. Okay, you get glorified. All right, for the way you sneeze, for the way you farted. All right? You get glorified. And the minute someone says something negative, you go crazy. You don't like it. It's not just all the good. You can't just have it both ways. You can't just have all the good and none of the bad. All right? That's how these people are doing their job. So all you LeBron fans, and this ain't fair, you're hating. Stop with you're hating. It's not hating. It's not hating. Kevin Durant gets it too. All right? Westbrook got it too. Melo gets it too. Kobe got it. Even Jordan got it back in the day. They used to get it. They even said Jordan was the reason his father died. Say because he owed some mob people money. And can you imagine going through that? Your father dying? And you're hearing media or you're hearing like news people saying, that he was the cause of it and that's why he couldn't play basketball. Can you imagine that? So LeBron ain't the only one, and you fans need to realize this, because you fans are soft. I'm sorry. Y'all cry for every little thing, okay? Oh, y'all hate it. What do you want? Just to be glorified? He gets glorified enough. Like Stephen A. said it perfectly. All right? I have done everything but give you a bib and a diaper. What else do you... For someone who's hating, he has him at number 2. He has him at number 2 for someone who is hating. Be happy you're at number 2 with the road you took to get there. Okay? Be happy. That's where he got you. All right? Because I do feel the way you get your rings plays a big part. And the way he got his rings, I'm sorry. I don't have him at number 2. Okay? All right? I got Dirk's Nowitzki's one ring that holds more weight than any ring LeBron got, because Dirk stood on his team. All right, he grew with the team, okay, and you win it out, and that's what you do. He played hard. He did on the team for 20 years, okay. Kobe, same thing. Stood on his team. Yes, at times he wanted to leave. He played with bums, but you know what? Not everybody's blessed to be played with superstars basically throughout their whole career. Okay, the first time, LeBron, you played with mediocre people. After that, you've never played with a non-superstar ever again. To the very last minute of your NBA career, you're going to be playing with superstars. You just traded. They gave you away. They gave away AD and they gave you Luka. That's crazy. All right, you're very fortunate that it happened for Kobe's career. That it happened for everyone's career. They just go. Look how Jordan came back in the Wizards. He played with a bunch of nobodies. All right, he could have easily said, you know what, let me go on this team with this superstar. He probably could have got another ring or two, but he didn't. So, yes, the fact that Stephen A. Smith has you as number 2 and doesn't have you as the GOAT, and he's not kissing your ass, okay, because I'm sorry, in Dallas, you had 8 points in a quarter. You averaged 17 for the game. All right, you were the reason why they lost. Jordan was never the reason why they lost. Okay? His team sucked in the beginning, but Jordan was never the reason why. He put his blood, his sweat, and his tears on that court. You didn't. You froze. You had a meltdown. Okay? You had a meltdown. So, of course, that's going to go against you. You cannot be mad at that. Facts are facts. All right? Stephen A. Smith ain't going nowhere. You're going to have to deal with it. This is what it is. You cannot just get glorified and you can't, and that's it. You got to take it. You got to take the good with the bad. You get glorified, all right? A lot of people say your name 24/7 throughout the day. There's kids out there. There's females who don't even know about basketball, but they know about you. Okay, I got females arguing me. Yeah, LeBron's the GOAT. You never watched a game in your life. Calm down. Relax. Pump your brakes. You don't even know who this guy is. Tell me what high school he came from. These women don't know. I'm not saying all women. I'm just saying they don't. It's just word of mouth. You ever heard a song on the radio so much? I don't like pop music. I don't like Taylor Swift. I never bought a Taylor Swift album in my life. But you know what? I've heard her song so much. We are never, ever, ever getting back together. Why do I know that? Because it plays over and over and over and over and over on the radio. It got me just repeating it, and I don't even know why. But I don't buy none of her albums. I don't care to listen to her. But when you start listening to something, you start repeating it. And that's what a lot of LeBron fans do, whether you want to admit it or not. You hear the GOAT. So you start repeating it, and you don't even know why. I'm over here singing Taylor Swift. I don't know why. All right, Mr. Funny Man, 100. I always keep it 100. Ain't nothing funny, man. And I always definitely keep it 100. You already know that. Yo, leave some, whatever you want in the comments. You want to call me a hater? Call me a hater. I said nothing but facts. I don't care. LeBron, you got to be easy. You put your son in this spotlight. There's a whole lot of people who feel the same way Stephen A. Smith did. So relax, stop, calm down. If he gets better, then fine, he gets better. Tell your son, let your game do the talking. But going after people, you're making it look worse. You're making it look worse. Especially when you got at your mother for when she tried to defend you and you was like, sit your ass down. I got this. I'm a grown man. Do the same thing for your son. You're making it look worse. I'm out.